Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another lesson out of the mud, Lessons with Larry, episode 47 and a half. And today's topic is old school intimacy versus new school intimacy. And as always, we'd like to welcome the host with the most, Miss Stephanie Winfrey here.
Yeah, thank you.
Larry may be running a little late, family things, tying up, loose ends, which is always understood. But
Absolutely.
I'm hoping he'll be coming in as well. But yeah, like I was saying, it's old school intimacy versus new school intimacy. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna let the troublemaker get started first.
Oh my goodness, why? Just why? Well, I listen. Old school to me is always better, but the new school it's got its little tweaks and good perks about it too. The old school for me, I love old school because it's a slow roll. It's a slow roll type of intimacy. This new school is your texting, you on social media, your FaceTiming, and it's kind of a fast paced type of intimacy. And it's not personal. I think old school is more personal. It's like more of a one-on-one,
More hands on.
more hands-on.
So is it fair to say, from what I'm gathering from what you're saying is with the old school intimacy,
Hmm.
it actually draws you with a closer and stronger bond because a lot of quality time is put into it.
Hmm.
And let me get this straight as well.
Hmm.
I'm not knocking, even though this says versus, new school. It's just both of them has their pros and cons. So I'm not knocking them, putting them down, but you do have to pay attention with the new school situation of intimacy. It's really not intimate, is distance, because
Absolutely.
you can send a text. Oh well, okay, you do the text thing, and a lot of the communication is through text messaging.
Hmm.
It ain't versus meeting up, holding hands, that holding hands, strolling through the park, taking walks,
Holding hands, strolling
opening the
through
door
the
for
park.
for a lady. Those to me are some beautiful things.
Hmm.
But once you get into the new school aspect of it, there's a lot of distance there. So
Absolutely.
how much of the bond can be there when you've trained yourselves to when your guy or your girl, instead of coming by, even for a few minutes with a hug and a kiss, love you, sweetie, instead you done got comfortable with it. All right, man, we doing what we doing. And I could just shoot her a text and she okay. Or I could just shoot him a text, hey boo, and he okay with it. So the gap of not being together to me, I feel there's a breakdown in these relationships now, opposed to old school where the true quality time was put in.
Well, absolutely. Now, on the flip side of that, suppose you in this intimacy text conversation, right? And you building up the trust. You building up the trust and okay, I got my boo. He gonna text me good night and we gonna go to bed and we might have some romancing on the phone, texting. And then when he get done texting you, he might pick up the phone and say, "Well, let me text and romance and get intimate with boo number two." I just think it's so easy to fall off into different relationships or friendships on this new school stuff.
So that's a reflection of the bond. When you get into saying what they could do, I mean, old school as well can sit and stop by, hey baby, watch a movie,
But
spend the time. Then once that's over, he could take a little hour break and go to the next woman's house. So that's cheating.
well,
That's cheating right there. But I
Mm-mm.
understand the part where if you saying due to the lack of closeness of building the stronger bonds, that's what leave the door open for all the loose stuff that's going on. Is that what you maybe?
Well, it's just I think it's a setup for bullshit. I mean, I'm just gonna say it like it is. It's just a setup for BS. I mean, because the old school, yeah, you can go on and get cleaned up or whatever for the next day. But that second date, gonna have some gut intuition that you didn't been somewhere else. Soon as you show up and you sit down and getting into your behavior
Now this is based off of old school
versus
intimacy versus
in
new
the new school, you ain't gonna
school.
see that because you on the phone, you're texting, so you don't see nothing that's going on. And
Okay.
then, hey, who knows? You might be texting while you in the bed with the old school, so you might get a combo. You might do a
Oh
combo.
Lord, a combo.
You might do a combo. You might do the
break
old school.
break the combo, break the combo down for
You
us.
gonna do an old school, new school. So you getting intimate with your number one boo. You're in the bed. I'm on my playing my game, playing my game while you getting intimate on your phone with another woman. So yeah, you get a combo. You might have somebody that might a male or female might do a combo. That's what
Okay, I hear you combo.
I'm
Hey,
Hey, I know it's been done, and I know people out there that's did.
whatever this young
I'm
lady that
sure they didn't did it.
came up with has no
Whatever,
reflection of me. You understand?
whatever.
But
I need y'all to raise y'all hand if y'all done did a combo.
oh my God, the combo.
Just
And you didn't pop the combo. No wonder you on the combo.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, no, I haven't done it, but I know someone that have done that.
But again, that's cheating. That's
That's
talking
cheap.
about cheating. We
Yeah,
we
but
talking about. I'm today. I'm trying to this evening. I'm trying to bring out the intimacy advantages and disadvantages of old school versus new school. Like for instance, with new school,
hmm
I give them this edge here. You got now you can FaceTime no matter where you at.
ooh,
So that puts you close with a visual of your love, your partner, opposed to when we didn't have that.
hmm
Once the phone was hung up, that was it. So I give that advantage
uh,
to the
yeah,
new school
yeah. Is that an advantage though for some
because
people? It could be a
technology get.
disadvantage for some people. Cause I may not have my wig on. I may not want to. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. What's that? Who's that sing that
No,
song? Someone call 911. Who? Who? Who is
I
that?
may not, and I'm sure I'm not the only female or lady or woman out there that feels the same way.
So do the man
I
love
may
the
not have my.
wig? So do the man love the wig or do he love you? Because you saying if you ain't got
Hey,
the wig on,
I
the
am.
relationship
Yeah,
is is
and then
gone.
I see you FaceTime and you be like, oh no, and then put it on backwards because I'm trying to get intimate on this phone.
Okay then.
I mean,
So
think
do he
about
love
it.
the wig or do he love you? Because
He
if
gotta
my
love the
woman, if
wig,
my woman bald headed, it don't matter to me. I'm loving her and I'm into her.
but
So if
that's
I get to
you.
see her, hey, I'm happy
That's
and love
you.
that, especially if I'm out of town.
Some man
And
might hang that phone up and say bye, and I'll talk to you later. Period. That hey, I'm telling you,
okay.
I'm telling you, bye, bye.
Uh,
But you want to FaceTime me? You want to FaceTime me?
well, if you,
Well, give me 10 minutes, boo.
well, okay then. If it's 10 minutes you ask for, but you get the satisfaction of that stronger connection to one another for being able to see each other.
hmm
Because once again, this new school of operating off of
hmm
just no holding the doors open,
hmm
uh, just calling each other bees,
hmm
uh, just the
Now that's a
times have
problem.
changed
It is.
in how couples interact with one another.
Mhm.
And that's why I think a lot of the chaotic come into play, the toxicity come into play
Mhm.
with all these things on this new school level.
Yeah.
You know, back in our day it was Honey Baby,
Yeah.
and things like that,
Yeah.
which our songs speak for itself. Even though, no, don't get me wrong, whatever person do is their business.
Mhm.
I don't know how Teddy Pendergrass swang, but I know on his songs he was able to put some real stuff that when he talking and you play it,
Turn
he
off the
assists you
lights.
with that intimacy and that
He wants
bond
you
with
to
that woman. Now you get on there,
and
the
come
younger people music
closer.
telling you, uh, kick the bee in the butt,
Yeah.
or drag them through the
Yeah.
mud.
But
But
apparently,
so in all this communication is a part of intimacy and building them bonds. So when you sitting up saying with that wild behavior and different things,
mhm,
you're not working on a true bond and that just fall in love. I don't even think a lot of people even falling in love
like,
anymore. I think they liking each other and
mhm.
just dealing with each other until it goes sour.
Yep.
Old school, oh, they going to the collard greens, the black eyed
Peas,
peas. I don't know if it.
cornbread.
I don't know if it's true what they say the women do to the spaghetti and chili, but hey, if it worked, it had you there,
Yep.
and you wasn't going nowhere.
Absolutely. Well, I like I said, I love the old school. You can um have the candles going and you can just set the night up real nice with your wine or your Tito's or whatever you liquor your choice and sit on the couch and watch a nice movie and woo each other.
Right.
For
Yeah,
me,
definitely.
wooing each other on the phone is a complete turn off for me. So new school don't work out too good for me because for one,
Well,
so let me say
are
this.
you, are you so when you say it ain't working out for you?
No,
Are you experiencing younger new school men? I'm
no, I'm experiencing old buzzards trying to be young.
oh, thanks for the clarity.
I'm just
Thanks for the clarity.
no, I was just kidding. But I'm just it's the new school. Say for instance, texting. A lot of people texting now. You're in the middle of getting intimate on the phone, texting, you having this nice conversation. Then all of a sudden you might say two or three words and they then took it the wrong way.
Oh, that definitely happens.
You then
Even with
took it the
even with
wrong
young
way.
with young and old school and new school,
Hmm.
a text can easily be misinterpreted. Now
Misinterpreted.
I agree with that
And
part.
here it is. I'm hot and ready.
But
I got a pizza and I'm hot and ready. And here it is. This
you got a
man then
what?
said something.
A pistol.
No, a pizza.
Oh, my apologies. I don't know where this thing come from. Intimacy. That's getting close, but hey,
What?
not in a loving way. But my bad. Go ahead.
You got a hot and ready going on and you hot and ready and here it is he done said something, type something in here that was crazy to me, even though it wasn't meant to come across like that. So
Mhm,
now the mood on the phone is
mhm.
gone. It's them gone out the door. Now I don't want to text no more. I'm done for the day.
You know,
As a matter of fact, don't even call me back no more because now you weird.
okay, so what about like I said, when you see the old school, when you go on somewhere, you leave a house or wherever it is, you go on and you open the door for that lady.
Hmm.
Now, new school is get in the car, blunt in the mouth, crank the music up. Bitch, hurry up and come on, get in. Come on now. Oh, well, I'm looking. And then they smiling, yeah, all
Hmm.
right, baby,
Hmm.
So yeah, hey, I'm not feeling that.
I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
So when do you think it's a good time to stop playing loud music when you have a female in the car? At what age?
I mean, it depends on the female, and like if it's, I mean, are you saying like, say for instance, you meeting a guy
Right,
and he picking you up for a date,
right.
and he come over there, all you hear is boom, 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 boom.
Hmm.
Well, the thing is, you have to pay attention to the character of the person,
Hmm.
and if that's the way they doing, then that just lets you know that that particular person is not your type of person.
Absolutely.
Because once again, there is nothing about changing a person. Only a person change themselves if they want to, and we got to understand and respect that boundary of accept me for who I am at your choice.
Hmm.
It's your choice. Do I want this loud banging, older but banging his music type of person,
Hmm.
or you sit and don't settle and you get what it is you're looking for out of an individual? So that's a choice situation
Well, I
because
get
there
that.
is no age
Well,
on
I
how people like to
well
listen to their music or wear their clothes. You know,
I just think, over 60, when you almost, going into your late age.
about the music.
Uh,
You
well, I
you talking
forgot you
about the
bump
loud
your lip.
music, right?
Yeah.
So once again, it's one's choice. It's your choice if you can accept it, or that may be a game breaker,
Or
as
it's
they
a
say,
respect.
for you that hey, you don't want it. Now, I don't think it. Now, I can say this.
Hmm.
I don't care who you are, but you don't pull up to a person's house with no loud music
Hmm.
banging now.
Right.
That don't have an age thing on it.
Right.
That's just a sign of respect.
Right. That, I guess that's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
When
okay.
it
What?
comes down
Yes.
to just being
Well, no,
respectable,
respectful.
because
Don't
some
no,
older women
no.
don't like that. You got some classy women, and when they pull up, you want to be, listen to some nice mellow. They don't want all that in your ear, and
Uh,
it's just, a level of respect, and just having some form of class. So, like you said, it just
well,
depends on the individual,
well, right.
because you might have a older lady that like to to,
like for
to
instance,
blast it out the back
right?
window.
Like for instance, I'm gonna give you a example
Mm-hmm.
off a red alert. Tara Lisa,
Tara
we
Lisa
just seen a young lady guest on her show,
could sing.
a young 30-year-old, and as I sit and watched how she sit and spoke and the things she addressed, that's a very mature
Sure.
young lady.
Mm-hmm.
So that I can't
Absolutely.
put old school, new school.
Absolutely.
That's character, and she demonstrated great character, you
Mm-hmm.
know, in here this evening.
Yes,
So
she did, and I
yes,
watched that show, and you're absolutely
yeah,
right. She could really sing,
yeah.
but I just feel like this new technology, and moving forward, it's only going to get more into the new technology. Things is going to get
S-
more
s- So when
technical.
you're talking about technology and technical, where do you apply that to old school, new school? Break that down for me, because that's the
Where,
subject we on. So break
where
down the technology of it.
for the new school.
Old school, whichever one you
Well,
applying
for
it
well
to.
for the new school, I just feel like it's gonna get even more technical.
Technical, like what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
with the
Give me an
phone, they're
example.
gonna come up with different ways of communicating via
So,
media,
uh,
via on the phone. These
uh,
iPhones is getting more and more smarter. They're getting more and more
uh,
smarter, what they can do with the emojis.
so when you get into the technology of a phone and then you associate it with the new school,
Hmm.
uh, let's go with the new school of this then to piggyback off what you're saying and support what you're saying.
Okay.
Like for instance, one of the biggest issues out here is the fact that with the technology, a lot of people have strayed away from the parenting, you understand, and allow technology to be
The
the
teacher.
parent and the teacher through the uh, iPads and
Hmm.
all that type of stuff.
Hmm.
So in that way, that's like developing distance. You know,
Hmm.
young the new school is not as
Hello.
sociable and
Hmm.
interacting with one another. They
Absolutely.
more into an isolation thing.
Okay.
So that takes away from the chances of building some type of intimacy, you
Absolutely.
know. And
Do we have a caller?
let's
Well,
see,
it's
let's see if we got a
interfering with the
caller in here.
communication too.
We got a
These
caller.
Yes, they don't interact.
Okay.
Hello.
These kids.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, we can
So
hear you.
we
Is this thing on? Is it working?
Yes, it's working. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
yeah, we hear you.
We
I'm
can hear
here.
you.
Oh, so I just was listening to the conversation. You know who this is? This is Brittany.
Hey, Brittany.
Hotline.
Hello,
Hey,
Brittany.
Mrs. Winfrey.
Hey,
I
daughter.
love y'all. Say again to call in and say I love Out of the Mud.
Okay.
Listening, right? Things, but also, chime in and share.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think about? Because
The
you're
topic.
yeah, the topic, because you're part of the new school. So, what do you think about the new school
Hello.
topic? What do you think about the new school topic? Can you hear me, Brittany?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay. So, what do you think about the new school topic? Because you're like teeter tottering from new school, old school, new school. So, what do you think about new school?
She ain't getting nothing for Christmas, but go ahead.
Shut up. About new school technology as far as relationships or intimacy.
Well, first, I think it starts with dating. So that's how you can be able to tell. And I feel like I am right in the middle. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm new school because I'm, okay with texting a little bit to kind of create a conversation or talking on the phone. But I'm old school when it comes to how we approach the relationship, how we approach what we would say. You guys were talking about technology. That's when I
Yeah.
chimed in because
Yeah.
I was thinking new school. We use technology to flirt, to talk more, and I know that I feel like it upsets the old school because most old school women, especially because I know I have that in me too, want to get right to, like, we don't want to be texting and what you're doing and all day. Like, that's where technology gives you way. Because back in the day, I feel like guys had to work harder to earn the number. Then they had to,
Mm-hmm.
talk on the phone. It wasn't no texting, so they had to use their words to communicate better. And I feel like technology got in the way of healthy communication and just being able to vibe better. Because sometimes that texting and emojis and all that, you lose the conversation. So I'm old school because if I meet somebody within the first week or so, unless it's scheduled, we're not going to keep texting. We're not going to keep texting. We're going to come. We're going to go out. That's the old school way of doing things. I think new school now. People have. I was watching this show. People be in relationships and never even met each other in person.
Yeah. And
And just be in relationships through technology. For
yeah.
real, if you think about it, it's FaceTime. It's the phone. Texting, email, whatever. But it just it
And
it throws me off for sure.
oh yeah, absolutely. So with that being said, I think that it interferes with communication. It's the newer school generation that's coming up is going to be lacking um intimate communication. They may not be able to know how to be romantic when they finally do meet up with that person, because they're so behind the scene and they so out of the face, to that when they get in front of you, they may be shy, may not even want to hug you, because they're so, that new school makes you feel covered.
Yeah, it's a form of isolation,
Isolation.
and it was it was a few studies done on that, and it was like they don't know how to new school don't know how to interact with one another.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to interact because they so used to using
Technology.
technology. So
So
yes, and but once again, when touching bases on that intimacy, uh, once you comfortable with, okay, hey, just checking on you, babe, you okay? Instead of that physical presence to
mhm,
give you the hug and share with you that,
mhm,
hey, I come over, babe, want to check on you. This might be something simple you could do if it's number take out the trash or some form,
mhm.
but with the new school, there's the gap. There's the absence with the old school, the presence, which is a major factor and ingredients in developing that strong,
Healthy.
healthy and bond of intimacy, with one another.
So how do
That's
you
true.
think, Brittany? that we can close the gap of bringing to teach our younger up and coming generation to have to learn how to have a close and personal intimacy versus the media intimacy. I I think it comes in teaching as a parent for one, or at some point in time having conversation with your children, because these kids now are grown. They grown when they a year old now. I mean, they have better understanding
Right.
now.
But
Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, well. I mean, that's two different areas.
yes.
I think
Okay.
maybe we're giving kids technology a little bit too fast, in my opinion. I think we're putting iPads and phones in their hands a little bit quick. But it's kind of hard because they start grabbing for it, and there's a lot going on, and
Well,
everybody moving fast.
it's the new babysitter and
But
parenting.
Yeah.
well, it's just like the TV. It's just like the radio.
Yeah.
When they brought the radio
Yeah.
out, that was the babysitter. Then they brought the TV out, then that was the
Yeah.
babysitter. Then the internet, else came out, then that was the babysitter. So I think it's just repetition. But like relationships, bridging the gap, I don't know. However, I know what worked in my relationship because like one thing we didn't argue about social media or technology or phones. Of course, it does, like you were saying, Mike, it does get between the intimacy because if you're on your phone and I'm trying to sit here and talk to you,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
what you'll hear people say, well, I can do both, and it's true, sometimes you can do both.
But
But the old
is
school
that
way of thinking
respectful?
is
Just
wanting their full undivided attention.
right. But Brittany, just because you can multitask in that, the
Don't mean you
the
should.
the
I agree with
the fact still shows a sign of lack of interest and disrespect. Because if you're
you.
talking,
Absolutely.
you don't want to sit there and hear
Well,
you
because
out
that's
and
old
look you
school.
in your
The old
face.
school way,
Yes.
if you
Yes.
think about it, the old school way of raising people, so it kind of does
Yes.
go to the parenting. The old school way of communicating was when I'm talking to you, you listen, you pay attention, you look me in my eyes when I'm talking to you. You don't look,
Absolutely.
you focus. But now that we've been kind of raised loosely a little bit more, that focus, and we always as humans think we can do more than we actually can do. That's why the studies are important
Yes.
because it balances the ground out. No, actually, we suck at multitasking, actually, and we actually need to put more focus and emphasis on just being in the moment. So I was going to say, I think technology helps for old school relationships, like even older people who maybe their spouse was out of town all the time and stuff like that. So that works because now
Right. That's because
we can
that's the
keep the
FaceTime. And
intimacy
I get
because
that's why I gave credit to
we can
that.
communicate.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Yeah,
FaceTime and you get to see each other. Yes.
Well.
but then on the other side, the new couples sometimes struggle where I see the technology struggles is either the conversation, one person got their phone in their hand, or the content creators, everything is content. You can't even sit at the table. And I'm just, I'm taking pictures and stuff like that, but I try to enjoy the moment. That's why a lot of my stuff, I just don't post half the experiences I've had online because I just be so busy in the moment. I might take a picture, but I'm not too busy trying to share it and use technology in that way,
Yes.
where a lot of people do that. And then also, tripping off who liking what. I never, when I was with my ex-husband, I didn't go through his social media. He didn't go through my social media. It wasn't a thing. And I think that it's such a thing now where it causes so many problems in what was already a problem. But again, for me, I like to check it up front.
Right.
You got to check it up front. Like it's little behaviors that you know from the dating.
Right. So like I said, whatever it is out with the new school is not hands-on anymore. Like for instance, you want to cook, where we would come over and we would cook together. You tell me little things to do, I help you with it if I don't know it. This is all building that bond and that intimacy, that type of stuff. Now the new school gonna tell you, hey, ask Google.
Yeah. And Google
just
gonna cook the
go
whole
do
meal
it
for you.
and just go do it. Once again, here's the separation and not the togetherness. I think the togetherness is very important. Here's another thing I feel is a lost art, which built intimacy. Nobody's really kissing no more, and French kissing. And if you know what French kissing is, that's another word for tongue kissing.
Ooh.
You don't tongue kiss no more. It's
Ooh.
give a peck and see you later. You know, but back in the day, you connected in more than one way when you doing that tongue kiss.
Ooh.
You don't let off of it. Them tongues in
Ooh.
there swatting each other, and you
Ooh.
learn how to.
Ooh, that's more
Can we
old
get some
school.
ice?
I'm not
Can we
gonna
get a
lie
cup
to
of ice
you.
off in there, please?
Ooh.
Can we get a cup
That's
of
for the
ice off
old
in there?
school.
Her head done stood
The
straight
new
up like
school
Don
realized that there are
Don
more.
King in
Oh
here.
my! I'm sorry, I
What
gotta
in
cut
the
you
heck?
off, honey.
Oh my God!
Because the new school realizes that there are more diseases out there. Okay, than there was. There was more information. There was less
So
information
so
out
you
there,
feel that disease
and now we know
take
the
away from the
bacteria is
is a good
real.
reason to take away the tongue kiss, Brittany?
No, what I'm saying is, I think we're more careful on how we twist and turn our tongues on a little bit more.
If you go to the
I think
doctors
that.
nowadays,
You
I agree
ooh,
to this.
you better go
I
to
Okay,
agree
the
we
if you
gotta
doctor
go to
quite
the doctor.
often.
Okay, go
listen.
ahead.
I agree to this right here being implemented. If we say,
Now
hey,
I'm all about kissing.
if we gonna
I
be
agree with you, Mike.
right,
Now, what I do agree is, hold on, if we on a date and we didn't been out on a date, I think that's how you do solidify if I like you.
yeah,
That is true. Like, but it's not just we need to kiss more to find out. And I think
right.
But
after
are
the
you gonna
No,
conversation,
no, no, that wasn't the question. But you are answering.
but are
What you're
you gonna be
saying
tongue
makes
kissing?
sense. Makes sense. But back to what you were saying about the disease part. I agree with you, and I understand that person said, "Well, look, if we gonna be physical and this and that, and let's go get our checkups at the
Show your
doctor,
green card,
and
please.
show your health card." So I agree
right.
with that. But once everything's cleared up, do you engage in the
Well,
tongue
I have a
kiss?
question.
They don't even do it.
I have a question.
Go
Why
ahead.
do you think? Okay, so do you think that is because people don't like each other anymore? For
It's
real?
it's what we
I think
it's
Mm.
the
I think
topic.
that before you answer my question, let me give you the background why just quickly because I feel like a lot of people don't really actually like each other. I feel like a lot of people are using each other, which we're all going to get used some kind of way
Mm.
for something. But I think that people are walking around just lonely and kind of just dealing with people, but they don't really like
Light.
them. Because
What,
when you really like somebody, you want to be you into them. You gonna turn kiss them. You gonna be into them
right.
anyway.
So let me answer that though.
I don't think people really are liking each other. I think people are
Well, you gotta
flexing
be
for the
my man
gram
in
or
order to get a
whatever
tongue
they
out of
Well,
me.
do.
right, but let me answer that for you. That if and when you go back and
Mm.
watch the show, you gonna see where I clearly said
Mhm.
that old school gives you the genuine, real, committed relationship. Just by how awkward and the method of new school puts you at we dealing with each other off of liking each
Yeah.
other and not loving each other. So look back when I said
Yeah.
that.
But
And
look,
I agree.
eh,
And that's where you don't have the close
But
intimacy
you have to
and you
like
don't
one
feel
another.
that.
but that we talked about this on the last podcast when we talked about like and love about that
That's
like
why I
situ.
just brought that
Yeah.
up.
Yep, that
Yes.
like
Yeah.
situation. So
Yes.
we
Yes.
hit that on the last podcast. But
Okay.
I I I I just have a problem with it when we was talking about the cooking part. See, my problem is,
Okay.
see, I could be on the phone getting intimate with somebody, and I'm trying to cook some cornbread and some black eyed peas and some steak. And here it is. I didn't burnt up my mama's whole meal because I'm on the phone texting and being intimate with this man. Now that's a
I
problem.
think that's the problem. He's
I
supposed to be
can't.
trying to figure out how he can come over,
Yeah.
how he
how,
can see
Be a
how
part
you
of it.
instead
and,
of just wasting
and I
your time
can't
on the
say
phone.
hold on because it's good. The conversation getting good. You're getting heated up, and I got the cornbread going, and I didn't started the macaroni and cheese.
Oh, Mama,
I done
that might
started
be
the
good.
macaroni and cheese and the cornbread. I'm mixing up the cornbread. I done damn it, then put too much milk in the cornbread. Listening to this man while and looking at him while he's sticking his tongue out. Lord have mercy. What do you do?
He needs to. What you do is he messing up because first of all, when a woman is busy like that, the man, in my opinion, should be trying to figure out how he can come by, how
And
can
get
he
the
help. You know what, baby?
cornbread.
Go ahead.
Well,
I'll come to you
it could
back.
be vice
I'll
versa.
call you back.
Yeah.
The man could be doing the
She's
cooking
already
and the
cooking.
lady doing this, not coming and trying to be a
Same
part
thing.
of it.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Same
But
thing. I
but
think it's just, that's old school though. Because old school people do, you don't talk on the phone while you're cooking anyway. I'll call you back.
You
right.
know, they got this new thing now, the new school. When they in the kitchen cooking, the ass out, naked.
What?
You know that kind of.
I mean,
I don't want your
there ain't
clothes
wrong
off.
with
I
cooking.
don't want your clothes off while you cooking my meal. But this
But
new,
Wait a
that don't
minute.
even make sense.
I mean, you can be
Hold on,
FaceTiming and
I,
you can be naked
I
cooking
mean,
the
I don't
meal.
want your naked cooking my
First of
Well,
food.
okay,
all, you
so
don't
now
know
the new
if you can't see me
wait,
naked and cooking. I'm your food and the food is the food. I'm confused.
no,
No,
We
no,
both
no,
sir.
no, no,
food.
no,
I
no.
don't
See, we talking
understand.
about old school. We talking about old school,
But
new school.
we are
New
both the
school,
food. You
new
just
school,
gotta let me
kicking
tell
neck,
you something.
cooking
You gonna
naked.
eat it up just like you
With
ate up
you,
the
with
other
you right
food.
there.
What are you
Listen,
talking about?
Uh,
with you right there in the house. New
I'm
school
not
is
gonna go
cooking
put on some
naked
clothes
over
if
the
I'm already naked.
cooking
You
naked.
and
gotta
he
get this
got
food.
the
Yeah.
phone on and you butt
You
naked
know, y'all in the
in
house
the
together.
kitchen.
And new school, they
Put the
cooking
robe
right there
on.
like that.
You can be hey, FaceTime me, baby. You
You're
can
not
get
listening.
you
I'm
can be
saying they're in the
cooking
house
and
together and doing
well the
this.
new school is on
That's what they
FaceTime.
do. No, not everything's
Yeah, I
FaceTime.
think so.
People
I
be in the
think so
house.
all the
It's
time.
about the intimacy. They not. They
That's
even in
old
the house
school.
in certain things, but you're not cooking naked.
That's old
That ain't
school.
my turn on. That ain't old school.
That
Uh,
that first of all, that is
Granny
a
ain't never.
personal
Oh, so
preference.
so you
Let's
saying
be
Granny and
clear.
them was in there whipping all them good
with
meals
her
and
Yeah,
dressing
with the
up
yeah,
moo
naked,
the
with a moo
panties or
on,
naked.
with her
booty just
robe,
shaking and rocking
with
everywhere. Yes,
with her
she had the moo on. Yes,
Hugh Hefner
and
yes,
didn't.
granddaddy
no
Hugh
bra.
Hefner
You
didn't
can
even
and
better
allow
believe
that.
she didn't have no damn bra on. Granny didn't have not a
Well, ain't
bra to
nothing wrong
first.
with some
Okay,
nipples. Ain't nothing wrong with some nipples through a t-shirt
thank
now.
you.
wait a
But I
minute.
mean,
Oh, here we go.
I'm talking about put that two
Come
line
on.
crew face
I'm not gonna
down,
discuss this
uh,
with you.
But
ass
as
out.
my
No,
yeah,
no, no.
but granny
Off
would
the
be
internet. Get off of Instagram. First of all, anybody cooking with their titties fully out is not cooking for real. Okay? Because she is
huh?
going to get burnt up. Okay? You need to stay off the internet. You've
especially
been looking on
especially
Instagram.
if
You
they hanging
so.
down to the knees. Did I say that?
Thank you.
Did I say that?
And it fall into the pancake batter. No, I don't want them pancakes. I don't
Uh,
want
Oh,
them
come lick off
pancakes.
the pancake
No,
mix.
thank
Come
you.
lick the pancake mix.
No, I don't want the
Lick the
pancakes.
mix.
oh Jesus! But I want to give a shout out to Shop with MWMUA Jock www.shopmakeupismylife.com. I need you to get with her. MUA Jock www shop makeup is my life.com. If you haven't, look it up. Look it up.
Definitely look it up.
Yes.
And if I'm not mistaken, she her products belong to her.
Yeah.
Those
She
are her
she
products,
sell. Yeah.
right? They don't come from nowhere else. They come straight from her.
Yeah. And as a
And
matter of fact,
the
I
young
am
lady's
going to get
very
with her
the young lady's very good at what she do.
next week.
And in fact, I got to
My
get the
daughter got an
number
order.
because I was watching Purple Rain the other day, and I got to go back to my thing, man, and I'll be
Get your
getting.
eyeliner.
Yeah, I got to get. Prince put it. When I looked at it, I saw, man, you got to get your
Eyeliner.
makeup. You got to get your
Wait a
makeup.
minute.
Not the
Whoa.
eyeliner.
Whoa, whoa.
A set of Rick
Whoa,
James
whoa. Mike, did
boots.
I hear you say you getting some eyeliner?
You got to get your eyeliner and
Well,
a
then you
set of.
gotta get a
No,
wig.
this is
You
for.
gotta
I'm
go and
I'm
get a wig.
advertising for all the old players
Let's just
and
go and
old
give you
schools out there.
let's give you a makeup. Oh, can we do an out the mud Monday makeover for Mike, Money Mike? We're
Yo,
gonna
yo,
turn you
yo,
into Money
yo.
Mike like
No disrespect, Mike, or nothing like that, but uh, my wife has been known to do me and makeup,
Yeah.
but they identify
yeah.
as a woman. A straight man like you or any other
Thank you,
straight man
better.
trying to get in her chair, that
Not
ain't happening.
She
that ain't
ain't doing them.
happening.
I'm
No.
not gonna let it happen.
Right.
She ain't gonna let it happen. So
Thank
that's
you.
dead.
You
Wait,
we gonna
look.
make
That's
you look like
dead.
Rick
So now
James.
No
here's the new
no
business.
Prince.
Whoever doing willing to do makeup for them old pimps and Macs, we know where to get the
Oh
product
my
for you.
god.
We know where to get the
Oh my
product for you.
god.
We just got to get it done somewhere else.
and
But the Prince
I
look
got an
is
order
coming
for
back.
her. I got an order for her
And
next week.
let's also send a shout out to Mayfield the greatest, James Mayfield the greatest,
Yeah.
Larry Lott,
Yeah.
and George F. Grundy, the what?
The third was the
The
second.
second.
Oh, the
George F.
second.
Grundy second for always making this happen.
Absolutely. And we as usual, I'm always enjoying this platform, and I think it's good conversation for the old school and the new school. And it's always, especially with Tara Lisa and her good information that she has out here as well. And we also have a new podcast as well with Tara Lisa and
Well, what's the name of it?
T.
Oh my God.
Sassy
You
T.
know, man, we didn't
Sa-
mention we didn't
sa-
mention we didn't mention
it's
that
gonna be
one
called
particular subject
Sassy.
and she done lost it.
Sassy.
You know, we talk about the tongue kissing and she done forgot the name of her show.
Oh,
Miss Terry Lisa, work on your partner for your Sunday talk.
Oh, Sassy T Sunday
Exactly.
at 2.
There you go. Pull it together.
Sassy T
Get it
Sunday at
together.
2.
Get it
I got to
together.
get it together. I do. But it's a good conversation. I like this topic as well as Brittany,
Yeah,
because
I'd like to thank Brittany for her good input.
yeah, because this new school, and it's only gonna get worse, and these younger generation is not gonna even know about the old school on how, and then also that helps a person come from the like to the fall in love.
Right, because the fall in love is the lost art now.
It is.
They with all this not getting to be up close and personal, getting to know one another, you're operating off alike,
Mhm.
and there's no intimacy really there.
To bring it to the love.
Just because you know shaking the sheets
Mhm.
and showing up to events together, that's not necessarily
That's not love.
intimacy and just that genuine built love of falling in love. So that's where I see in the verses
But if you got
the
some good
issue.
tongue kissing going on,
Uh-oh.
you got some good tongue kissing going on,
Red alert, red alert.
and holding hands,
Now you
strolling
oh,
talk.
through the
Now you on to
park.
something.
Yeah, that strolling through the park, holding hands, finding a tree,
yes, yes.
leaning back on
Yeah.
the tree and tongue kissing,
Yeah, and
and let the wind blow through your wig.
and next week, wear your Shaka Khan wig.
Oh yeah,
And we'll get back into that subject of that type of
Oh
strolling
my
through the park.
God.
strolling through the park. They don't know nothing about that song.
Yeah, because I got
That'll bring it
yeah,
together.
'cause I still I can't fit it as well. But I'm gonna throw that old temptation suit on I got. And we're gonna
Don't
come
do
up
it.
here and make it happen.
Don't do it.
You know, Halloween coming up.
Oh, so what you gonna be for Halloween?
Prince dressed like a temptation.
That's interesting. That's
Okay.
interesting.
Oh
You,
my God.
Yeah.
you
Prince
say
will roll over in his grave. You
hey,
talking about you
what?
gonna dress him up
You say
and take him.
Prince.
You understand the level
But
of disrespect you have done to Prince.
but let's
Bring
thank
him in the tank.
yeah, but let's thank Brittany for joining us. It's always a pleasure. And again, the host with the most, Miss Stephanie Winfrey.
I got
And
the most.
Money Mike here, and we're going to call this an evening. We would like to
Yes.
thank everybody. We appreciate each and everyone that watches
Share,
and share
like.
and comment. We just thank everybody. And